The video you just clicked on is not just another copywriting course. This is rather the exact blueprint that helped me go from 0 to 10K per month in 274 days. And my goal with this video is to help you get to 10K per month even faster than I did. This video is gonna be different from what you usually see on YouTube. There aren't gonna be any Lamborghinis, no Rolexes, and no fake lifestyle shots in Dubai. But what this is the most valuable hour that you can spend on growing your copywriting career and eventually becoming a full-time copywriter making over $10,000 every single month. Now, just for a little bit of context, my previous 4-hour copywriting course and 8-hour copywriting course were so good that they put some gurus out of business. Why is that? Because these videos delivered what most $2,000 courses couldn't, and that is real results. These videos created so many success stories that it literally went viral. And my 4-hour copywriting course is the most viewed video on all of YouTube with the word copywriting in the thumbnail. And those students that watched that video, they're now traveling the world making more money than they ever did at their 9-to-5s. Like this viewer, for example, who closed a $3,000 per month copywriting client, and that was just after a few weeks of watching my last free course. Or Abby, who made 2.7K with just the free content that I give out. And this was even enough to help her replace her 9-to-5 job. Or other countless success stories like the ones that are on this very channel of multiple copywriters hitting 10K per month, and they were in the exact same position that you are right now, just watching my free courses on YouTube. Now, the most rational thing that you could be wondering right now is, who is this guy and why is he giving out so much crazy information for absolutely free? Look, let's be honest, when most gurus are out here showing you how to do something for free, it's usually 10 minutes of somewhat value and then a 50-minute sales pitch. But the truth is, I already have the biggest copywriting channel on YouTube by a mile. How? Well, not by holding information hostage behind some paywall where you have to buy some 997 course. But I've been able to do this because I give out more free value than anybody. So here's my promise to you. Not a single second of the next hour is going to be anything less than completely 100% valuable. No fluff, no filler, and no vague motivation. Instead, I'm gonna walk you through every single button that I press in order to do the following. Write copy that clients will happily pay thousands of dollars for. Land your first copywriting client even if you have zero experience. Scale from your first dollar with copywriting to consistent 10K months. And finally, create an income stream that lets you get paid from anywhere in the world as long as you have a Wi-Fi connection. And to make it as easy and simple as possible for you, I have easy fill-in-the-blank templates, documents, and resources, and hundreds of pages of templates and resources to go along with this very video. And of course, the free link to that is down below in the description in the copy starter kit. And this video that you're watching right now alone proves that free doesn't mean worthless and paid doesn't ensure quality. Because the only difference between this, what you're watching right now, and one of those $1,000 or $5,000 courses is, one, you're actually going to get real results, and two, you get to keep your money. And because I want to keep the reputation of the best copywriting channel on YouTube, just know that I consider your success my responsibility. So grab a notebook, close out all your extra tabs, put your phone away, let's lock in and begin. All right, everybody, here we are in the free 1-hour copywriting course. I'm going to do my best to keep it to 1 hour, but I have so much here to give you guys. It's absolutely insane. And then, of course, if you want to dive even deeper into copywriting, I have the 4-hour copywriting course and the 8-hour copywriting course. But this one is going to have just as much value as those ones, just in a shorter amount of time, because everybody knows that money loves speed. So without any further ado, let's hop right into it. With over 100 pages of free resources to make your copywriting journey as simple and enjoyable as possible. I don't want you wasting any time looking for prospects and giving them to you on a silver platter. I don't want you to be wasting any time looking for copy to review and study, because I'm going to be giving that to you on a silver platter. I don't want you to waste any time trying to figure out what to write, because I'm going to be giving you templates and guides and tables that you can just literally fill in the blank, do exactly what the document says, and you will be farther along than you'll ever be if you were just doing this on your own or alone. So without any further ado, let's hop right into it. Next steps in your journey to copywriting. Here's what you need to do before we even start. 1, take notes and listen actively. As you can tell, I'm not going to be going through this slowly and boring anybody to death. Rather, I'm going to be going here fast, 100 miles an hour. We're going to rip through this document. We're going to rip through this resource, and I want you guys to take as much value as possible. Don't just watch this video, study this video. The ins, the outs. What I say, what I tell you, what I teach you, what I show you, it's worth watching at least more than just one time, because the stuff that I'm going over here, I don't want you to miss it. Next, go to the comments for support. I reply, especially in the first 24 hours, and I also have my team in here replying to your guys' comments so that everybody in here understands exactly what the assignment is. I essentially want the bottom of this video in the comment section to look like a complete forum where people can go for help with their copywriting journey. Next is to save this course and your spot. You can leave a bookmark down below by commenting the timestamp of where you left off so that you can come by to it later, because this is going to be a rather long course, probably longer than you're used to. And finally, take action. Information is literally useless if you do not put it into practice. So make sure that you implement everything that you learn here and you are going to get results. I guarantee it. I put my reputation on that. So without any further ado, let's hop right in. So first of all, we need to address what even is copywriting so that everybody is on the same page. So I have the definition, I have the goal of copywriting, and I have the applications of copywriting as well. The art of persuasion, writing that inspires action, aka writing people's marketings. Next is the goal of copywriting, to turn interest into sales while building the know, like, and trust factor. Don't worry, I'm gonna go into these as we go on. And then finally is application. So what do you even use copywriting with? Ads, all those Facebook ads you see, Instagram ads that you see, emails, right? So the email, the promo emails that you get in your email inbox, websites and landing pages, social media copy. I mean, copy is literally everywhere that you look. Everything is copy. The chair that I'm sitting in right now, I bought it because of the copy. Everything that you're watching is literally just copy. It's literally just persuasive writing. But why copywriting? Why be a copywriter? Why be a freelance copywriter? Well, there's a few reasons. How can copywriting change anything, let alone change everything? Well, copywriting can change absolutely everything about your life. It can change your income level. It can change the car you drive, the house that you live in. It can change the places that you're able to travel to. And the reason as to why is because, in short, as a copywriter, you are not getting paid for your time. You're getting paid for your knowledge, your skills, and the value that you are able to provide for businesses. If you set yourself up as an investment rather than a cost, which I'm about to show you how to do in this video, it's going to change everything. So with that being said, here's exactly what we'll be covering today. The 3 copy frameworks that sell virtually anything. And the third one is responsible for me making over $35,000 in revenue with one email. It takes just 15 minutes to implement. That's right. My client was running a $7,000 offer. I put out a promo email and he actually got a bunch of sales just from that one email from people booking a call and buying. Some people were on payment plans, some people paid in full, but overall that one email generated $35,000. So would that person pay me $3,000 per month in order to send 1 or 2 emails every single day? And then on top of that, all I need to do is get another 3 or 4 clients and I'm already making 6 figures per year just by writing emails. And probably the best part is that you don't have to be grinding every second of every day in order to achieve this 10K per month, because again, you're getting paid for your skills and not for your time. You're not getting paid hourly, so you don't have to work 8 hours or 10 hours every single day. Some of my days as a copywriter were 4 hours. Some of them were 2 hours. Some of them, yes, were 8 hours and 10 hours because I wanted to make a little extra cash on the side. But the point still stands. You don't have to grind away. This is going to essentially let you achieve the exact life that you want. If you're making 10K per month, but working around 4 to 6 hours per day, you can crank up the amount you work and make even more money. Or if you're the type of person who just wants to work as little as possible and pay the bills, you can get paid $6,000 per month and still only work 2-4 hours per day. Next, I'm going to teach you the only outreach methods that you'll ever need to land high-paying clients. I sent over 10,000 outreach messages myself and also worked with tons of different copywriters, saw them send out all of their messages. I know exactly what works. Next, I'm going to show you how to turn a complete lack of experience into your greatest advantage using the beginner's edge that makes clients want to hire you over the veteran copywriters, because that's one of the biggest things that holds people back. Well, Tyson, what if I only have 1 client of experience? What if I have 0 clients of experience? How do I get my first client? And why wouldn't they just hire somebody who's already been doing this for 10 years? Well, don't worry, I'm going to be addressing that later in this video. And then finally, I'm going to be revealing the copy growth partner methodology so you can charge for strategy and not just the writing. This is why most copywriters stay stuck in a low income trap forever, and how you can escape it. And you can get paid way more than the average copywriter, but don't worry, I'll be covering that lastly. So now it is time for you to write your first email with me. That's right. I'm not going to go through 3 hours of principles first. I'm not going to show you 25 different emails first. I'm just going to show you exactly what I wrote and how I wrote it. And just by the way, I have tons of screenshots coming up in this video of multiple clients that I've closed for $200, $300 per email. $200 to $300 per email. So this simple email I'm going to show you right here, that is 200 to 300 words long. It's essentially $1 per word. That's what I got paid. And I can write one of these emails. I can bang it out in 30 30 minutes. 30 minutes for a $200 email. That's $400 an hour if you extrapolate it over time. And now I'm going to just show you the exact processes, structures, and templates that I use in order to create these emails. So again, for some context, I have this completely huge document. And this one just right here is about writing emails. And as you can see on the right there, it is 54 pages long. And it goes through everything in extreme excruciating depth. Again, you can get this complete resource, which shows you everything in detail. It even gives you the people to write about. It has the links here for everyone. It has examples for all of the research that you need to do before you even start writing. It shows you how to get people's most viewed reels and how to see their most viewed YouTube videos so you can study those as well, how to create subject lines that work, the only 3 email structures you'll ever need, and so on and so forth. Guys, it literally goes through everything you could ever want. Even AI, how to create copy with AI, the only prompts that you're going to need. Now, I don't have time in this video to go through every single thing right here in this document. Otherwise, we would be here all day. But instead, I'm just going to show you the email that I wrote. And of course, if you want access to the document, that video is down below. But here's what I wrote using the document. And I, of course, reference the document in this page. So you can essentially just follow along with everything that I do if you want to create your first copywriting email. So as you can see, all you need to do is pick and research a business. So if we go over here, I have literally, how much is this? 12 different businesses that you can pick from, ranging from easy, medium to hard. And then I have an example over here as well. So who did I pick? I picked this guy, Daniel Isles. As you can see, he helps scale brands with content, right? So he's essentially an agency. He works for other businesses. He shows them how to create content that sells for them. So if we go back over here, the first thing that I'm going to research is his landing page. So right here is the landing page. As you can see, this is the headline right here. And this is called a video sales letter. It's a short 10-minute video that shows everything, like literally everything about his offer, what he does, his testimonials, who he's worked with before, and everything in between. And this is the number one thing you're going to want to watch and study from your prospect in order to know exactly what to write about. Now, to find this, very, very simple, is right here. It's literally the first link and only link in his bio. So most people will have some sort of sales page or landing page in their bio. All you need to do is go there, click it, and watch the full video. So part number 1 happens before you even start writing the copy. You need to research. And I do this in the short form with the DIG method. 3 simple steps, DIG. So you use this research method when outreaching to prospects because you'll get an understanding of their brand, target audience, and good content that they've created that has performed well already in the past. So 1, discover their differences. What makes them different from everybody else and what makes them better than the other options that the prospects have. So why are customers buying from them and not the competition? Lastly, identify their ideal customer. What are the dreams and pains of the target audience? What are some of the characteristics that they point out in their video sales letter or in their content? Finally, gather their greatest hits. What content performs best for them? So I filled all of this out. I'm not going to go through and say it all because as you can see, I have like 25 points for the first one, just a couple points for the second one, and then also a bunch of points for the third one right here. So this is essentially all the things that they say. So people often ask me, Tyson, how do I write emails and copy that sounds like the prospect so that I prove to them that I can write for them while sounding like them as well? Because if you're going to write for somebody, brand voice is probably the biggest thing. Nobody wants a copywriter who's going to write copy that doesn't sound like them. And this is the easiest way. Again, 3 very simple steps. I literally watched this 10-minute video. I think it's 10 minutes. 8. I watched this 8-minute video on 2X. And that made it basically 4 minutes. And then I wrote all this down. That's all the research that I had to do. Now, there are different types of research. You can research the competitors, you can research the avatar, but you don't really need to do that when you're first starting out. I don't want you to get bogged down in the details. And the reason as to why is because all you really need to do is go look at the person you're writing for because they've already done the research. So of course, next is the only 3 email structures you'll ever need to know: CJN, PAS, and HSO. As you can see, I have examples for all of these. Again, I'm not going to go over all of those right now, but instead, I'm just going to skip to the actual email in the subject lines, the next steps over here. Also, just as a side note, I also have another resource here, which is 120 plus winning hooks to get you inspired to write your very first email. So if you're sitting there, you're wondering, what do I say? What do I write about? I have 20 different things that you can come in here, copy, paste into your own emails so that you can get started. Again, I want it to be as easy as possible for you. Turn your brain off and just take action. That's what I'm trying to get you to do here today. So again, all of this is down below in the free copy starter kit. You can get started right away. Next is creating a subject line. In short, we want something that's intriguing, curious, familiar, and short. 40 characters or less. So I came up with some right here. For example, content system is better than content treadmill, or hashtags are dead, do this instead, or hashtags are so 2020, do this instead, or I turned my rants into revenue. Now, as you can see, these are very intriguing subject lines, but the thing to understand with subject lines is the real challenge is tying them in to an angle, making the subject lines relevant, because nobody likes clickbait. For this one, for example, I turned my rants into revenue. I could create an email just about how I literally got on the camera, started ranting about stuff. I chopped it up into short form content. I posted it on my Instagram. Some of it went viral. Then I got a bunch of sales for my business because a lot of people actually saw that. They identified with what I was saying, and then they wanted to work with me. And then finally is using AI. So modern AI tools can fast track your quality assurance, help you edit and improve your emails while saving time. AI is insane, and it's extremely easy to use, but most people still get it wrong. So here's how to do it properly. So make this email better, make this email funnier, make this email a grade 3 to 4 reading skill, and check this email for spelling and grammar errors. This one is crucial if you are someone who doesn't speak English as your first language. You have to go through and check it with AI. It is not a suggestion. It is something that you need to do. So with those 4 extremely simple prompts, here's the email that I came up with. So the initial subject line can be content is better than ads. The ROI numbers. And my alternative subject line is content eats ads for breakfast. Hey, first name, you don't have to scroll IG for long before you run into a wall of ads. In fact, in 2025, it feels like you're scrolling through ads with a side of content. But while your competitors are concerned with ROAS, CAC, and LTV, these are all marketing terms. Don't expect you guys to understand it, but this is just from research and also just understanding the business niche in general. Side note, they're completely missing out on one metric that's actually going to pay your bills, ROI. And I'm about to drop a truth bomb that will make your ad managers break out in tears. Because believe it or not, the best ROI isn't coming from ads, but content. Why? Well, 1, content is free to post. Well, maybe that's stretching the truth a little bit. You might have to pay an editor a couple $100, but most of my videos actually ROI on ad spend alone anyway, LOL. Here's the ad spend revenue from one of my decently performing YouTube videos. And then I put an actual screenshot. So side note is that a picture speaks 1,000 words. Just having this in there makes people imagine, imagine me posting YouTube content, having to pay an editor a couple $100, but actually making more money on ad revenue from that video. So it essentially pays for itself. And in that video, I'm actually marketing my own products and services. It's literally a win-win-win-win-win, especially compared to having to pay for ad space. No. That doesn't make any sense at all. And that's essentially the feeling that I'm trying to bring about in the reader. Number 2 is that content converts like ads never could. Ads sell to strangers. Content sells to people who already know, like, and trust you. If you want leads that spend more, stay with you for longer, and are your ideal clients, ads simply can't compete with content. The numbers don't lie. The businesses we work with see 3 to 5 higher conversion rates from content-generated leads versus paid traffic. And I got this statistic from the video that he actually created, and I took notes on it. Think of it this way. Ads are like that random person at a bar using cheesy pickup lines. Content is like your best friend setting you up on a date. Which one do you think has a higher success rate? So another thing to note right here is that I'm not trying to convince the reader. I'm not saying you need to do content because content is way better. Here's the data, here's the statistics. Nobody wants to hear that. Rather, I'm actually showing them why I'm convinced, and I'm asking them an open-ended question without answering it for them. And the quote you have to remember is, people will always question what they're told, but they'll never doubt the conclusions that they themselves come to. Number 3, content is deceivingly simple. With ads, you're trapped in a constant digital hamster wheel. You have to constantly switch up the creative, optimize every funnel, and battle rising ad costs just for a mediocre return. Yet with content, all you have to do is batch record for a few hours, and you can have months of content ready to go at a moment's notice. It's like meal prepping, but for your business's social presence. How? Well, I've created a free training that takes you through step by step the exact system responsible for billions of views. This is how I've been able to build a business from 0 to $1 million in just a year. So if you want a proven way to grow your personal brand with the best ROI, check out this free video. And then there's a link to the free video right here. And then he signs off. As you can see, very simple, very easy, straightforward. The goal of this email is to shift people's beliefs from thinking, you know what, I should stop looking at ads so much and start investing in my content system. And then of course, when they inevitably go and click on this link, it is going to be this video right here that is breaking down the content system that I studied already. And then once people are here, they're going to click here to see if they qualify. They're going to fill out their details, book a call with somebody from his team. And then this offer is somewhere probably between 13 and 15K for 4 months, with then probably a back end offer for $30,000 plus. And the reason why I know that is because I've bought a lot of these offers before. I've spent over $50,000, $60,000 just in the last few months on mentorships. But of course, when you're a business, it's more of an investment. Again, it helps you make more money in ROI in the long term. So that's why people are spending so much on these. And that's why you just getting a couple extra sales for some businesses are able to generate them thousands, tens of thousands of dollars, and you thousands of dollars in the process as well. Which brings me to the next and possibly most important part of the whole video. And of course, the most exciting part, which is how do you actually close these clients? I mean, you get it. The opportunity is huge, but why is someone going to hire you if you've never done this before? Well, let me show you instead of just tell you. So again, I have another awesome resource here. This resource literally lays out everything you could possibly want to know about getting clients step by step by step. I literally show you every single button that I press. And of course, the proof is right here in the pudding. Of course, this is the step-by-step guide that breaks down the exact system top copywriters are using right now to land high-paying clients. This is the free client getting mastery manual. Again, it's down below for free in the copy starter kit. So as you can see here, a bunch of other copywriters are already not only winning, but crushing and killing it with copywriting. As you can see over here on the top right, $2.5 thousand base plus 7.5% commissions. Over here on the bottom right, back-to-back clients. He's talking about how he's going to close a client and make $3,000 to $4,000 with that one client. Someone else here in the middle was talking about quitting their 9 to 5 just that morning because they closed another client. I mean, guys, it is literally so easy to see that copywriters are crushing it in the game right now. And the reason why is because they are doing exactly what I'm about to show you right here in this very document. So inside this document, what are we even going to find? What are we going to get? What are we going to use to get these clients? Number one is the Instagram DM strategy that is guaranteed responses. If you're getting ghosted or you're worried about getting ghosted, this is exactly how you overcome that. Next is the foolproof cold email formula that turns strangers into paying clients. Next is where to easily find the right businesses to contact so you're not wasting your time. So many copywriters are literally just wasting their time sitting there outreaching to people who just straight up don't need them, don't want them, and aren't even going to use copywriters. So you want to outreach to the right people. You want to outreach to the right people because that's literally over half the battle. Next is how to personalize your outreach without spending hours on research. We want to make sure that our outreach is personalized because that's what actually gets results. But in the same breath, we don't want to spend too much time doing this because again, time is of the essence right here. Next is the perfect follow-up sequence that makes people reply without you annoying them or bothering them. How to actually follow up without being needy. And then, of course, next is the common mistakes that 90% of copywriters make that could be killing your outreach and how to fix them. So as we go through this document, I'm not going to read it out word for word. You guys already know where to find it if you want to actually study it, which I highly recommend. But right now, I'm actually just going to go through the main points because, again, I want to make this whole course very concise. And then if you want to get really deep into things, go watch the 4-hour or the 8-hour copywriting course that's on this very channel. That's going to break everything down in such insane detail. It's just absolutely crazy. So first of all are the outreach basics. We have to know what outreach is and what outreach is not before we even start. So let's talk about what outreach is not, because these are some of the biggest misconceptions that people have. Number one, people think that outreach is spamming 100 people with generic copy and paste messages. It is not that at all. We already have seen tons of other people doing this and spamming, and you'll open up your Instagram DMs and you'll see in your request tabs that you have 45 people saying, hey man, I'm able to actually take your money and triple it. Just give me $3,000 and a whole bunch of other stuff that's mostly scams. So of course we don't want to look like that. So instead we want to start relevant conversations with qualified prospects. Finally, we don't want to begging for work or trying to convince clients to hire you. This is also not what you want to do. You don't want to go up to people and say, hey man, I know I can make you 10K. I know I can make you 50K with my emails. These are magic emails that are going to revolutionize your business. This is the wrong angle and the wrong way to go about it. Instead, we are offering genuine value and solutions to people's problems. It is not a number game where you just blast out emails to everybody. Oh man, I have this AI bot where I'm able to just email 500 people a day, because there's not 500 perfect prospects for you to even outreach to per day. You want to hyper focus on the people that are actually going to pay you and actually need copywriters, and you want to outreach to them mostly. 5 highly personalized outreaches are going to beat 50 spam outreaches every single day of the week. A targeted approach to people who actually need copywriting is what we're trying to do here. So here are the 3 key elements to making outreach work for you. And don't worry, we're going to be going over the exact examples and screenshots of how this has worked before in the past, which I can't wait to show you guys. Number 1 is volume with personalization. There is, of course, a balance between these, okay? Yin and yang. If you just send out crappy emails or outreach to everybody, you're not gonna get any clients. If you spend all day on one outreach and you want outreach to one person per day, you have a higher chance of getting clients, but you're still not going to get clients. You want 20 to 30 highly personalized outreaches per day. If anything, if you're gonna make them hyper personalized, like 10 to 20, like I'm telling you here in this document, you can start off with that. Second is relevance. So only outreach to people who actually need copywriting. Look for the following: business owners running ads, people with email lists, creators with digital products, and accounts with engaged followers. Finally is your follow-ups. It's important to know that 80% of the responses you're going to get come from the second or third message. Most beginners give up after the first one and then they miss out. The fortune is in the follow-up, and I can't stress this enough. Not only am I going to show you how to open the conversation, how to close the conversation, get them on a call, but also how to use follow-up if they decide to ghost you, which usually ends up happening. Okay, so as you can see in this document, there's a whole bunch more stuff and screenshots, but I'm going to scroll down to the stuff that I believe really matters the most, which is this one right here, the real life outreach conversations from myself and my students. This is the 4D client getting archives. Again, this is free. This is going to be included in the document that I already gave you guys, but something else that I want to show you and walk you guys through. So this is conversation number one. We're going to walk through it step by step, and I'm going to show you every conversation that I actually had to get these clients. As you can see, I have like 6 or 7 client screenshots from here that are from me, and then a couple more that are from the students as well. So this is closing a real estate coach on a paid project. He basically outreached to me because he saw my awesome branded Instagram profile. Now, this is a whole nother scenario. I have multiple videos on my channel about how to brand yourself and how to create an Instagram account as a copywriter that actually attracts clients. And in this very instance, here's what I said. I said, hey, I just wanted to reach out to show my appreciation for the content. A lot of real estate and wealth gems. Keep up the great work. That's all I said. All I did was give a genuine compliment. And then he says to me, thanks, man. How much do you charge to make some email copy sequences? Just like that, he wants to work with me because he saw my awesome page. Now, we had a little back and forth, and then I say, I'm highly dependent on the project, really. Is email marketing something you're looking to outsource? He says, yes, I'm looking to outsource it for a couple of events and things that he has coming up. So I sent him my Calendly, and we got on a call. So this works for several reasons. The opener was a genuine compliment, which led to him replying. My Instagram profile was professional and optimized, so that prospects could see that I'm a copywriter and a great one. I didn't have to offer free value or anything else because I messaged with just the right time when he actually needed help. Outreach every day and you'll never miss your lucky day. So this is the further conversation that's actually going through in the email. As you can see, he needs 16 emails for this thing, 16 emails for a different thing, multiple emails for something else. So he's looking for like over 30 different emails. And eventually I talked about how it would cost him probably somewhere around $8,000, but since we're doing a huge package deal, it's going to cost somewhere around $5,000. I followed up with him. He said, yeah, that seems like a pretty high price as it's a little bit out of our budget, and I'm not sure if the emails would work. So here's where it gets good. I said, okay, that makes perfect sense. So instead, what we can do so that we avoid a big commitment is 8 emails for $400. Will that interest you? He said, yeah, let's go ahead with 8. So boom. Next, all I have to do is knock out those 8 emails. Make sure they're awesome, they convert, they work well. And of course, we can make a deal on the rest of the freaking 30 or 40 emails that he was talking about. But as you can clearly see, this is just how simple it can be in order to close clients as a copywriter. And as you can see here, what I do is some classic objection handling. I agree with him to disarm him. Yeah, no, that sounds like a big commitment, and especially without even seeing what I'm capable of. And then, of course, I go ahead and downsell him to just the smaller commitment package. Now, this is called an LRO, a low risk offer. This is something like, hey, I'll work for you as a free trial period, and that's different from working for free. Trial period is let's work for free for 2 weeks and see how it goes. Then we have a commission only period. This is the same thing, except you say, okay, we're gonna do commission only for 2 weeks and we see how it goes. Or we'll do a small paid project, something like $400 to $600 for a few emails or a landing page. Giving somebody an LRO is the best way to get copywriting clients, even if you have no experience yet. Okay, now look, as you can see, there's a bunch more examples here, but I'm going to scroll down and just read out another one on this very video. Again, if you want this document, you know where to find it. It's absolutely free. There's tons more conversations in here, but I'm not going to go through and read every single thing in this video. Otherwise, we would be here all day, and that's what the 4-hour and the 8-hour courses are for. So I'll give another one. This is actually me, as you can see, and essentially what happened is I closed the 3K per month client, but how I did it was I circled back a few months later. So long story short, before I read the conversation, I'll give it right here. I gave him a pitch of a video of me saying, hey, how's it going? My name is Tyson. You don't know me right now, but I am a copywriter / digital marketer. Essentially what I do is I help people make their marketing message even better so they can help move leads quicker through the funnel and ultimately get more sales. By all means, let me know. But if it is, then send me a DM and we can talk about scheduling a call. And as you can see, after I sent that video, he literally said, I'm good. Thanks, bro. Literally just like, nah, bro, it's all good. Then a few months later, here's what happens. I see on his story, he's hiring a salesperson, right? Not a copywriter, but a salesperson. Then I outreach to him asking if he wants some more marketing talent. He sends me the application thinking that I'm, applying for the sales job. And I said, no, marketing. And he says, I am hiring for talent for our marketing team right now, but full-time and not a contractor, meaning he actually wants me to be there and work full-time, not just like have part-time stuff here and there. And I said, right, perfect. What's the best person to send my information and have a talk with? One thing leads to another. Talk to some people on his team, marketing people. I also talked to him as well. And then I'm on $3K per month off the bat. No trial period, no small project to get started, just straight up $3K per month because he saw my writing, he saw my profile, and he knew I was the real deal. And then after that, this actually turned into one of my best testimonials because this was him talking to his team saying, let's give it up to Tyson, all these leads from email. And then he shared a screenshot down below of literally just leads and a bunch of people wanting to book calls with him and his salespeople because of the emails that I sent. And then also this voice note, which was essentially him saying that he's never seen email blow up or do this well, perform this well in his company. Why was this able to happen? One, because I followed up with him long term. And two, because, hey, bro, the copywriting and email marketing skills just spoke for themselves. As soon as I got on with him, it was absolutely converting like crazy through his email list. And I was actually able to generate them a lot of cash. And of course, this was a profitable relationship for me and them down the line. Okay, so now you know exactly what the messages look like, but you're probably going to want to know, well, how do I even find these clients in the first place? And finding the clients in the first place is called prospecting. So I have a prospecting guide here on YouTube and Instagram. We're going to go through a very, very quick Instagram strategy so you know how easy it is. Again, if you want the in-depth, then go ahead and either download this free document or go check out the 4-hour and 8-hour copywriting courses. But this is how simple it can be. Number one is just looking for hashtags. So go to Instagram search bar and you search up some hashtags of some businesses that are in the niche that you want to write for. As you can see, they post with those hashtags, and then all you have to do is click on the suggested accounts, and essentially you will get a gold mine of other people who are just like the person that you've already found or outreached to. So you go over here and click this small button, then it's going to show you all of these other people who are prospects related to who you just found. Then you want to open them in a new tab, and then you're going to literally have 25 or 30 other perfect prospects that you can just outreach to in that very moment. Now, again, as you can see, there are a ton of other methods and ways to do this with not only Instagram, but also YouTube and ads. I also talk about niches here as well, but we're gonna go to the part that's the most important, which is creating the free value. See, one of the other big questions people have is, why would people hire me if I'm just a beginner? The other reason is because of free value. When you show people that you're actually hungry and you're obsessed with having success and actually getting a client and working with that person, and you do that by actually giving them value that they can use in order to grow their business. Because the number one way, prove to people that you can give them value, is by just giving them value up front. So as you can see, I have a few screenshots. So for example, this prospect saying, damn son, this is pretty good. Or this other guy saying, hi, we like what we've seen and would like to connect with you to discuss the position further. And then they ask for a 60 to 90 minute interview. And then lastly, we have someone else here who says, hi, I usually ignore these kinds of emails. However, I appreciate the effort that you put in. I'm happy to jump on a call with you to see if there's a way for us to work together. Best regards. As you can see, when you actually give people value, this is how you don't come off as that dude who's just annoying or spammy, because you've already made them something. This is by far the best outreach method because you are literally showing people that you can already help them in their business. They can see your skills. Now, there are multiple different ways to go about sending people free value, but essentially it can be as easy as just writing them 2 or 3 emails and sending them over to that person. Now, how difficult is it to actually write these emails and figure out how to do it? Dude, we already went through it. I already showed you what an email looked like. It took me around 30 minutes. So when they reply saying, yes, I would want your free value. Yeah, let's see what you made me. Then all you have to do is actually create the free value. It will take you about 30 minutes, 45 minutes, maybe an hour. hour, and then you send it over to them. They say, wow, this is awesome. And then they want to hop on a call in order to speak with you farther about you adding value to their business. Okay, but what do you actually say in the DMs in order to get their attention? Well, essentially it comes down to Instagram openers that get responses. And of course, you already know I have a bunch of examples right here. So here are some instant fails. Here's what you're going to want to avoid at all costs. Hey, I'm a copywriter looking for work. Terrible. Better approach? Hey, just saw your specific content, and then you can ask a related question. As you can see, it's highly personal, which is why there is more fill in the blank over here on the right. On the left, a random unrelated message. Hey dude, do you like chocolate? Like, why would it's completely irrelevant. Next, a reply to a story about the content. That's what people want to see. When people put stories up, especially behind the scenes stories or stories about their lifestyle on their Instagram, they actually want people to reply. Next is long paragraphs explaining your services. You're not going to want to do that because frankly, they don't care. They don't care. They get pitched to every day. They don't want to see your big pitch or your big promise or how you can whatever. They just want to have a conversation or check their DMs. Instead, you want a short conversational message that actually sparks curiosity within them. Instead of promising some sort of outcome that you can give them, come from an angle of, I'm not sure if this could even help you, but I want to talk about your business further so that I know if it can. Next is generic how are you messages. Nobody cares. Nobody wants to just be like, hey man, let's connect. Nobody's going to reply to you because it's just boring and nobody goes through their DMs so that they can just talk to strangers. That's not what they're even doing either. Instead, you want specific questions about their actual business/content. Next is saying something like, I can help you increase your sales. Again, this is not what you're going to want to do. Instead, say something like, I noticed something on your sales page that might be costing you conversions, something that could actually help your business. Not sure, but I made this for you anyways because I like your content. So maybe we should talk about how we can actually add more value to your business with my services because this is what I am a professional at. That is the angle that you want to go for. And of course, as you can see, I have tons of examples of real life openers that actually work right here on screen now if you want to pause, take notes, and check it out, or of course, get the free resource. Now, down here, we can see that we have the next section, which is following up and actually turning prospects into clients. So how do we do this? Step number one, probably the easiest way that actually gets so many responses is just sending them a personalized meme. Now, with this, of course, again, there is a good way to do this and a bad way to do this. Your prospects don't want to see your weird Diddy baby oil memes. Just make the memes actually professional and something that they might like. So for example, something like this. You didn't like my gift, did you? And then the prospect saying, no, not really. And then they hug. And it's just a joke. And as you can see, when these are sent in conversations, people actually laugh, they like them, and most of all, they reply, which is highly important. And the reason why this is because humor actually lowers their sales guard. It makes them more susceptible to something like marketing or just sales in general because it eases up the pressure. So I have a whole tutorial on how to do this with your iPhone. It's really simple. And then also for bonus points, what you can do is clip out somebody's face and actually put it on the meme itself. And then that adds just a little bit more personalization so that they're just more likely to respond. So in short, let's recap everything you're going to want to do in order to actually get clients. Number one is to find prospects and reach out to them on Instagram or YouTube. Simple. Next is to send them a message with an open question on Instagram or email. Next, highlight a problem they're having and send them free value solving it. So when you're pointing out a problem, of course, you want to do it tactfully. You don't want to say, hey, dude, your headlines suck. Here are some better ones. Instead, hey, man, here are some other emails that you can actually send out to your list that might convert better than the ones that you're using right now. That's the angle you want to go for. Next is if they reply and like your value, offer to jump on a call. If they don't reply, follow up with them. Once you're on the call with them, all you have to do is negotiate some things to do in order to help their business. Like I said, you can give them a low risk one-time offer in the beginning and then turn it into a $2,000, $3,000, or $4,000 per month client down the line. And lastly, please remember, the only way to guarantee not closing a client is by not starting. If you try every day, you'll never miss your lucky day. So my advice is to start right now. The sooner you start, the sooner you're going to be able to see real results. So my friends, you've written your first email with me and you know everything about doing that. You know exactly how to get copywriting clients, but now comes the really important part, which is scaling to 10K per month by becoming a copy growth partner. So there's a huge shift in the market going on right now because people don't want to buy copy. People don't want to buy copywriters. And in fact, they never did. We always knew that these low-level copywriting tasks are going to be outsourced. But here's the part you need to pay attention to is the way that you're actually going to make over 10K per month with copywriting is not by just selling words in a document. It's by becoming what I call a copy growth partner. You're not selling words, you're selling ROI. You're actually selling an outcome. And when you're able to sell this outcome, this is when you're actually able to get multiple clients start paying you $3K per month and $4K per month, and you don't have to just be grinding away on the keyboard. If you learn complementary skills to copywriting, just like funnel building, landing page design, and email marketing, for example, these are things that can help a business so much on top of copywriting. So essentially, I call this the leverage ladder. You start with some of the lower leverage tasks that are still going to be way more high leverage than a 9-to-5, for example. And that is copywriting. And then you go up the leverage ladder. You specialize in something else that has to do with marketing. Like I said, landing page design, funnel creation, or email marketing. And now this does two things. One, it increases the price of your services so you can charge more. And two, it increases the people that you can market to, because they might not be in the market for somebody who's a copywriter now, but they might be in the market for somebody who is an overall funnel builder or someone who is an overall email marketer. Now, those things are a little bit beyond the scope of this video. Again, this was a quick start guide to copywriting. So again, if you want the full in-depth and actually watching me build email automation and build funnels live in front of you, that is where the free 4-hour copywriting course and the free 8-hour copywriting course come in. So here are the literal next steps in your journey to copywriting. One is to practice daily. Go back when I was talking about copywriting and writing your first email with me, and literally just play the video while you write your very first piece of copy. Extremely simple. Next is you want to analyze examples, analyze successful copy examples, and learn from the best. And guys, I don't want you to waste time going out and trying to find different marketers and businesses and try to look at their copy and wonder which copy is better. I literally have a complete swipe file of hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of pieces of copy that you can look at inside, again, the Copy Starter Kit, which is completely free. Next is you're going to want to build a portfolio, a collection of emails or copy that you have written. Build a portfolio showcasing your skills. This way, when you do get an opportunity from outreaching and people say, well, let me see your portfolio or let me see some work you've done in the past, you're able to actually pull that up. And then finally, you're going to want to comment below with your questions. If you have none, just comment Genie, because if you know, you know. Yo, how's it going? It's Tyson40 from the future. So I have some more conversations that I'm going to go over. And now we have conversation number 3, which was a paid project in a real estate niche leading to a referral. So they basically know somebody who they referred me to. I got a client without even having to outreach in the business to business niche, leading to a 4K per month retainer. So, and also a lot of other clients as well. I didn't put those screenshots in here, but I definitely should. So here's exactly what happened. By opening the conversation as a grateful consumer of their content, this made me approachable to the prospect. And the angle here is essentially, I looked at your content and your stuff. I got value, and now I want to give you some sort of value because this is what I'm an expert in. So I'm going to give you some emails or some copy. They remained skeptical at first, but once the emails were sent, they were happy with the result and they gave me a fire testimonial. You'll see exactly what I mean here shortly. So over here on the left, I said, hey man, I wanted to reach out to you to show my appreciation. It's not every day you see your brother like you killing the game the way that you are, providing so much value. I've been going through your page and soaking up all the real estate knowledge, and I also got your ebook. Keep up the great work. And he said, thank you so much. Are you a real estate investor yourself? And then I sent some voice notes back and forth. I basically said, I'm not a real estate investor, but I like learning about real estate. He said, yeah, real estate is great, basically. Then I hit him with a video intro DM. By now, you guys should know, so I have somewhat of an idea of what this is. Again, I'm just telling him what I do. I did this very multiple times where I was just sending out these videos over and over again. And it's also a very viable strategy. And the reason as to why is because 1, you're showing that you're different from everybody else. And 2, you are showing that you are actually personable and you are articulate. You're not just somebody who's like scared or hiding in their mom's basement, just a complete basement dweller, and you don't know how to speak or be social either. And then he says, I'm already doing something similar to that, but I'm always looking for better quality. Not sure if you can help with that, but we'll see. I said, yeah, man, going through your sales funnel now, I have a couple ideas, sort of some quick wins you could get. And then he said, that's what they all say until I hire them, which, you'll come across this as well in your copywriting journey or just business journey in general, but people are burnt, right? They get burnt by other people and then they take that with them, kind of like someone who's like in a toxic relationship, and then every single relationship they get into after is like toxic. Now I said, could I ask you a few questions here, or do you think it would be quicker to hop on a call sometime? And then I recognize that most people are going to make big talk and not actually bring results. He asked me where I'm located. I said Canada. I sent him my Calendly. We got on the call, and it was like basically the most chill sales call you've ever heard or seen. I didn't do any sales script. I didn't do anything crazy. We just hopped on the call. We were kicking it, and we were talking about how we can make him more money in his business. That's it. That's literally it. I sent out some emails and he said, bro, your last email with a million fire emojis. And I said, thank you, bro. I appreciate that. And then he sent me another testimonial later. And this wasn't necessarily a testimonial. It's literally just him reacting to the work that I'm doing. He said, bro, I just knew it. Your email that you sent out got mad responses of people wanting to sign up. Now, this specific thing right here that he was selling, it is a $10,000 real estate mastermind. Right? $10,000 is the ticket price, which means if I just tell him a couple of people, even per month, or a couple of people per year, I'm already making him tens of thousands of dollars, which is why, again, copywriters are such a valued asset in the market. And then, of course, we have more. So after this, this is because that's not even it. But wait, there's more. Someone from my client's team that I just showed you reached out to me to hop on a call. I thought we were just going to talk about like how to get results for the client I was working for, but it turns out he needed an email marketer for his agency as well. So I got on a call with him, and by the time I got off, I had a new retainer that let me quit my 9-to-5 job, and my life changed at an instant. At this point, I wasn't ready to quit yet, and I didn't have any like really warm leads or prospects in sight. I didn't really know how I was going to quit my job. I was still outreaching, and then by the time I got off this call, he had already paid the invoice. He said, "So cool, you want to do $3K per month?" Or no, at first he was like, "Cool, want to do $2K per month?" And I said, "Yeah, let's do it." He's like, all right, send over the invoice right now. So I go while I'm on the call, make up the Stripe invoice, send it over to him, and he pays it. And I hop off the call, and immediately, as soon as I hop off this call, bro, call up my boss. Hey, man, had a great time working with you. Appreciate everything you've done, but I'm going to be putting in my 2 weeks notice to quit because I'm going to be doing some digital marketing things from now on. I started my own freelance business. Now, he was surprised because I never told anybody in my life about this. And then people started to wonder, like, why is he not going to work? I thought he was just a carpenter. And my whole life changed in an instant right after this call. And I'll show you exactly why. So I sent him my Calendly to get on the call. I said, looking forward to chatting. He said, I got it set up this Friday. And then he said, hey, Tyson, how's it going, brother? Are you familiar with ActiveCampaign and setting up an automation there? I said, hey, man, yeah, I know ActiveCampaign well. It's what most people use, I find. He said, okay, I need someone I can work with on a multiple clients projects, or at least my VIP clients or on email marketing and automations, mostly on ActiveCampaign and Aweber. But if you're great with ConvertKit, that would be great. I have a very active process that I want to execute for my 7-figure clients. And I need to shift the email expertise over to great hands to continue to deliver greatness for those clients, like huge name who's making 7 figures and huge name who's working 7 figures. So let me really break this down. Actually, let me finish reading. Well, you're definitely talking to the right guy. Confidence. I'm up for it. Did you want to set up a time? And he said, yeah, we can talk about it on the call tomorrow. So my friends, not only did I work with the original, this guy up here, real estate guy, I also work with this dude, B2B guy, and more 7-figure clients with him. Translation, one outreach turned into about 4 or 5 different amazing 7-figure clients. And this was incredible because can you imagine what this did for my portfolio, for my experience, for my resume? I can say that I worked with all these clients and helped them make 7 figures with their business. So then when I'm outreaching, dude, I have so much leverage. I'm able to close any client that I want way easier than somebody who I don't have any experience. But I started with no experience, just like you are right now. You get the experience, you get the cash while you get the experience, and then you'll have too many clients. You'll have so many clients that you're just overflowing with them. You have to either give them away, you have to turn some down, you'll have to negotiate higher prices with the clients you're already working for. And this right here is where you're actually able to scale from whatever income you're at with copywriting, or even whatever income you're at in general, and scale to wherever you want to go at all. Now, after I got hired with the guy I was just telling you about, the B2B guy, we went from a 1K biweekly, which is essentially 2K per month, to a 2K biweekly shortly after. Went from 1K biweekly, then 1.5K biweekly, and then 2K biweekly even after that. But I have the pay bump from 2K per month to 3K per month actually right here. He said, okay, I'll update you. And then after starting the 15th, we will change your invoice to 1,500 instead of 1,000. I'll get you in a system so that we release payout to you automatically. So real nice, real simple. Every second week without fail, an extra $1,500. Super nice. And of course, these were some of the Stripe invoices from that client. So, we were working together for a while there, making some good money and just overall providing some greatness for his clients as well, just like he said. Now, I'll go over this one as well, which is conversation number 5. This is one that was actually from one of my students. So this is a 4-figure starting out project growing into a long-term work project. So this client, who's paying thousands of dollars, came from a simple happy birthday message. A simple happy birthday message. They had no welcome sequence implemented, so the copywriter sent over a free value loom. This copywriter was not only hired to create and set up welcome sequences, but now gets repeat work all the time. Every once in a while, couple weeks, couple months, he goes back to this client, hey, do you have anything more? And they're like, yeah, I appreciate that you are actually willing and ready to work. I have more for you. So it kind of looks like this. He sent her over an email sequence. And she said, okay, these are so good. Thank you so much. I may have a project for you. Paid. Haha. I mean, how much easier does it get? And then basically says, I'd love to hear about it. And then she said, let's message back right here. I have a client in the executive space. She gives the whole details on the next project they're going to be working on. And he says, okay, sounds perfect. Let's do it. That's basically it. So happy birthday. Thank you very much. Here's some email sequences. These are awesome. I may have a project for you. Paid. That is how simple it can be. You reach out to 100 people, let's say. 20 of them reply. 10 of them want to see your free value. After 10 of them see your free value, 1 or 2 of them want to work with you, want to hire you. And right there, you have enough money that's like $2,000 to $4,000 per month, which is enough for most people to quit their jobs. That is how simple it is with copywriting. With you guys, 'cause I got a little bit more time. So conversation number 6 is an inbound lead in the health niche. And I hope this really does go to inspire a lot of people watching this right now, that all you need to do, follow the steps, build your portfolio, build your copywriting personal brand, which I'll show you how to do in other videos. And this is exactly what you can get. So this copywriter had an inbound lead, meaning somebody actually reaching out to him. He had a client reaching out to him and agreed on a low risk discovery project for the client, seeing the potential for future opportunities. They are now 4-figure projects lined up. So $1,000 deals, multiple $1,000 deals. This showcases the importance of a strong portfolio and having a unique style and a well set up professional looking Instagram profile. So let's take a look at the exact conversation here. So this was what he got from the client. Hey, I just stumbled onto your profile and really enjoyed the emails on your portfolio. What are the rates for your email marketing? If possible, also send a reply to this email. I'm not on Instagram much. Thanks. Then the copywriter replied with, hey, it totally depends on how many emails you need and whether they're direct response or graphic e-com style. What are you looking for? Now, it's really funny because, again, guys, all the conversations are essentially the same. I use this exact same line when people ask, what are your rates? Well, we should hop on a call so we could figure out what my rates would be for you. You always have to bring it back to getting on a call because you don't even want to talk about sales over text at all, because usually they'll get spooked. They don't know if they want to do it, et cetera, et cetera. Next is he sent over a voice note, and he said, thank you for the kind words about my work. So essentially he sent over a voice note to the copywriter about him just liking the dude's portfolio and the dude's work. So then the copywriter said, sorry for the crazy late reply. Something has been crazy. So this copywriter in particular is literally just so busy with his other clients. It's difficult for him to even get back to the new clients who want to work with him. And then the client himself says, hey, I actually filled the remainder of the seats for the offer for that lander. Next lander, I'll get your help. Let's start with $250 for 4 emails. So again, that's literally over $50 per email. And you can write 1 email in 30 minutes. So right off the gate, this guy got $100 an hour in his inbox. Just like that. Just like that, $100 an hour deals just landing in his inbox. Okay, so now conversation number 8, yet another. So this was me closing a client for $3,000 after circling back a few months later, prior to him literally saying, nah, I'm good. So here's exactly how this goes. 1, I message him and I say, hey, how can I message the business owner directly? And he says, you can message me directly here. Or I have also groups on Facebook. So I sent him a video intro DM. This video intro DM was super simple. I basically tell him who I am, what I do, and if he's somewhat interested to message me back on Instagram. And then he said, nah. He said, I'm good. Thanks, bro. So then I say, all good, man. Let me know if anything changes. Then I saw on his story. So this is actually an extremely simple and easy and effective way to get clients is just go through your Instagram stories when you follow a bunch of business owners, because you never know which one of them is going to say, hey man, I'm hiring copywriter or some other position that you can actually do or learn how to do and actually offer to them. And now you are getting opportunities, not just from outreach, but it's specific outreach. It's opportunistic outreach, which is why it worked so well, especially in this case. He posted on his story that he was looking for closers, salespeople. I am not a sales closer or a salesperson, but I thought, you know what? If he's hiring for sales, maybe he's hiring for marketing. So I reached out to him and said, hey, was wondering if you were looking for top tier talent. Still looking for top tier talent. And he said, you can apply here. He sent me for his closing position and application. And I said, no, I was wondering if you're looking for copywriting or marketing talent. And he says, I am hiring for talent in our marketing team right now, but full-time, not contractor, meaning he wants repetitive, over time work consistently. Then I say, right, perfect. Who's the right person to talk to? Send my information to. And then I started working with him. $3K per month off rip. And then on top of that, here's some testimonials that I got from the clients above after I revolutionized their email marketing. Here's how it went. So they messaged the whole marketing team. As you can see, the marketing team right here, he adds the whole channel. So tags everybody and says, let's give it up to Tyson. All these leads from email. I want to know your plan and some other things about what we're going to do with all these leads. As you can see, 10 people reacted as like fire. This is awesome. 3 people commented and replied. We're like, yo, let's go Tyson. Because they had never had their email actually convert properly like that before. So when I came in there, fixed their copywriting, fixed their email marketing, dude, they were beyond grateful. And yet another response here as well. Tyson, I don't know what you did, but the emails are absolutely freaking blowing up. So you have like 10 leads to send calendars to tomorrow to book them, and make sure they all add those people to your tracker. Make sure they get the link. Make sure you follow up with them as well. Everybody that ever raised their hand, dude, you can make some serious cash doing this. Like I've never seen our email blow up like this before. Dude, you're crushing it. So making money with copywriting is amazing. You get to make a lot of money. You get to learn, gain a bunch of knowledge, put your skills to work. But one of the best parts that a lot of people just don't talk about enough is just the fulfillment of being needed in a team, being a great part of a team, really helping everybody out, and everybody being grateful because not only are you making the business owner and the business itself more cash, you're making all the other people more cash. When you send an email and a bunch of people sign up to book calls, now the salespeople get commission, the other people in the business get commission and get paid off of that deal as well, and that you helped generate. So overall, it's just a great thing to just work as a part of a team and have a fulfilling work career. Now I have conversation number 9 over here, which was me closing a client for $200 per email for an 8 email sequence over email text. Now, if you want to learn more, you are in the right place. Again, the free 4-hour copywriting course and free 8-hour copywriting course dominate YouTube when it comes to copywriting. And the reason why is simple. It's because they get results. So make sure you take action, start today. And of course, I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.